Hey YouTube, welcome back. In today's video, I would like to talk about what's known as PDA, otherwise known as Pathological Demand Avoidance, or the term that I like even better, the Pervasive Drive for Autonomy. Before we get started, I'd like to take a moment to ask you to please hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. Now, PDA, the Pathological Demand Avoidance, or the Pervasive Drive for Autonomy, is a very common trait that people have with things such as autism, ADHD. There's several other people that that types of people that can have it as well, and I think just a lot of people just have this in general. With me, how you say something is just as important as what you say. A lot of people, they're just like, hey, get behind that line, or hey, sit down. I'm going to sit you right there. Well, when you use terminology like that for somebody with a pervasive drive for an autonomy, it's like an attack. It's almost like in a reflex. It's an attack on our autonomy, how the brain controls our hands and the way we sit. And with me, you will get a lot more, oh, okay, wait, oh, would you like to have a seat, please, Mike? I'm very, very willing to please. If you offer me a seat, you're going to get better results than if you say, Mr. Sanchez, have a seat. You're going to get a big up yours if you try to talk to me like that. And so when you go into things like, first responders and people training, even people that just work with customers in the grocery store, we want to learn how to talk to others as we would want to be spoken to ourselves. And some people are blunt, but not everybody likes to be spoken to blunt. And so for people that struggle with pathological demand avoidance, little things like that can be a struggle because not everybody in the world is really super concerned with feelings. And so pathological demand avoidance can range on everything from I'm putting off brushing my teeth because I don't like the sensation of brushing my teeth. So I'm going to try to create some kind of thing around the time of brushing my teeth so I could try to get out of brushing my teeth. All the way to it's like avoiding something that's a demand, but also when a demand is placed on me, like I said, if somebody says, "Hey, Michael, would you like to have a seat?" or "Have a seat, please," they're going to get better results than if they call me into their office and say, Michael, have a seat. This just needs to be, and I see so many videos all over the internet and YouTube of first responders and even people who aren't first responders, but people just behind a cashier, the way they speak to people, if somebody has this pathological demand avoidance or this pervasive drive for autonomy, they're going to get bad results with it. Because the person that has that, they're not being a Karen, they're not being difficult. When you tell them what to do in a harsh way, it's almost like it's a reflex in our brain that we are under attack. My brain controls my hand movements, my brain controls what I say, controls what I do. It's like having another person controlling my brain. And it is just, it's awful. It's a good way to have a showdown. We don't want to do that. We want to be able to deal with people and in a kind way. So I just want to ask you all to be aware that PDA, pathological demand avoidance, is out there. Some people with autism have it. Some people with ADHD have it. I think there's just a lot of other regular people that seem to have it too. Nobody wants to be spoken to like that. So always, sometimes when you have a job, when you have to get tough, you can get tough if you have to. But you don't want to just go in all guns a-blazing right away, because that's a good way to end up escalating a situation needlessly. And so I just see this. I saw it in a young employee at Costco. Or, hey, get beyond the line. I mean, the way she was speaking to people was just like, you're going to run into that one person someday that's not going to take that. I'm a really nice guy, and though it was hard for me to stomach being spoken to like that, that's not a good way to talk to people. And eventually you are going to run into somebody that's not going to take that. So that's just not a good situation for anybody. Now, currently, pathological demand avoidance, or the pervasive drive for autonomy, is not actually diagnosable in the United States of America yet. And hopefully at some point it will be, because it is a big one that a lot of us as autistics and ADHDers have. But I believe that it is diagnosable, and it is being diagnosed in the United Kingdom. So that is one place where medicine in the United Kingdom is ahead of medicine in the United States. So hopefully that will be changing soon, because I know that for me and my struggles, the pervasive drive for autonomy is just outrageous. I remember one time I had a boss. I was a really good janitor. And my boss came in, and he didn't want me to hold my towel like this. He wanted me to fold it a different way. It didn't matter how I held my towel. He just wanted to control me. But it put a wedge between me and him. It's like, really? You're going to tell me how to hold my towel? Really? Yeah, that's PDA. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like button. Subscribe to this channel. And I hope to see you in the next video.